Hey guys, what's going on? It's Caden Cleveland here with the Oklahoma Senate, and you're joining us for another episode of OK Senate Sit Down. This week, we're joined with Senator Chris Kidd. Senator, thank you so much for joining us.
So glad to be here.
Absolutely. Well, today I was really hoping to dive into a little bit about what you have going on, your thoughts on session so far, and then maybe even get into a little bit of legislation you're running this year. Sound okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, here we go. Guys, stick around. We're going to learn a little bit about Senator Kidd and just everything that he's going on. So we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. As I mentioned before, we're joined with Senator Chris Kidd this week. So Senator, tell us a little bit about your thoughts on session so far. Is everything going pretty well? What do you think?
We came out of the gate hot and fast,
Right.
But it's good. And I'm excited to be a part of a group that is focused on transparency and accountability of our taxpayer dollars.
Right. That's been a big part of the Senate agenda and
Yes.
everything like that so far, hasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And we've made great strides in creating transparency and accountability.
Awesome.
It's also exciting that our budget is on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
That's just great news. But on the same hand, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
And we need to keep a mindful eye on
That's right.
how we spend those taxpayer dollars.
That's right.
So it's still a tight budget. And with that being said, I think it's important to operate like a business,
Right.
and take a look at our return on investments.
Of where our money is going. Correct?
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's been, I think, a really main key of the Senate agenda as well that you're kind of mentioned there, the transparency, but then also the budgeting and how, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of efficient that needs to
Yes,
become. So,
absolutely. And one thing that I think has changed from the past is we have met with agencies and we've gone to them and had budget hearings, our subcommittees,
that's great.
and have heard their requests, and we've asked the tough questions.
Gotcha.
And I think that is a great thing.
Awesome. Okay. Well, you mentioned subcommittees. What subcommittee are you on?
I am vice chair of appropriations on education.
There's always a long title to it, right? Yeah. So, vice chair of the subcommittee on education.
Yes.
So, is there any legislation that you're looking at moving forward this year, as far as that's in that area?
Yes, there is. You know, I mentioned earlier about our return on investment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think there are two groups of people that we invest in that we get high returns on.
Right.
And I have a bill that invests in one of those groups of people, and that's our nationally board certified teachers.
Really? Okay.
Yes, sir. And that's House Bill 1009.
Okay. So what in that it invests in their certification? What is it? Some sort of
It's a stipend.
incentive deal? Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
it's a stipend. So historically in the state, there was a $5,000 stipend.
Okay.
Through the years, there have been changes and moratoriums,
Mhm.
and where we are today, we are at $1,000 stipend. So if you look at when we had a $5,000 stipend, we would have anywhere from 200 to 500 candidates every year.
Really?
And currently, we're at 32 candidates.
Really?
Yes.
So it's a huge incentive deal to
Absolutely.
see that these teachers get more qualified and get more, I guess, their education continue.
Yes.
To offer them that incentive to get those stipend, I guess, not bonuses, but
Yeah,
more
it's
so
a-
stipend, right?
Yes. And something else that it started out not in the salary schedule.
Okay.
But through the years with the changes, went down to 1,000 and was in the salary schedule.
Gotcha. Okay.
So this will basically take it back how it used to be.
Gotcha. So where it was originally.
Yes.
And hopefully that those same numbers will start getting those different, I guess, certified teachers back in
And
there.
I think that's exactly what we will see.
Wow.
And as far as our returns on investment, our nationally board certified teachers, they elevate the profession. That program empowers our teachers.
Wow.
And it's just a great program. It also helps develop and retain not just good teachers, but accomplished teachers. And I would say that it creates and sustains a teaching workforce that is defined by greatness.
Love that. That is awesome. And it addresses one of the big issues that not only Oklahoma is facing, but really so many states are facing in our country. It's just the teacher shortage,
Absolutely.
and hopefully being able to further develop and retain those teachers here in our state. So
Right,
that is awesome.
And the best, and create the best teachers
That is
we
awesome.
have. And you touched on something just then. Being here in Oklahoma and going through all the issues that we've gone through the past year,
Right.
we don't realize that it's a nationwide problem.
Absolutely.
It's not just us.
No, definitely
It's across
not.
the country.
That's right. That's a very important point to make.
Yes.
Well, we're about out of time here, but before we sign off, do you have anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, real quick. Before I came to the Senate, I was at Farm Bureau, but before that, I was an ag teacher and FFA advisor.
Oh, okay.
And so that's another one of those groups of people that your return on investment is extremely high.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's FFA week here and FFA day, specifically today here at the Capitol. And those kids, they are our future leaders, our future policy makers, future teachers. And I can't be more optimistic about Oklahoma's future.
Man, that is cool.
With them coming up in the ranks.
That is awesome. And you mentioned these kids, a lot of times FFA, I mean, it goes so much more beyond just ag. I mean, it's
right.
engineers, it's teachers, it's a huge investment in these kids. So that is a great thing to bring up. Definitely a cool program.
Yes, sir.
For you to be a big proponent, big part of it.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Huge advocate for ag education and our FFA in Oklahoma.
Love it. Awesome. Well, Senator, thank you so much for joining us this week. I guess if you don't have anything else to add, we'll kind of sign off.
Sounds great.
Awesome. Guys, thank you again for joining us this week. I hope you've been able to learn a little bit about Senator Kidd and everything that he's got going on. You're continuing to look to support education and different things like that. So we really appreciate you coming on and just all the work you do, Senator.
Thank you, Coach.
Guys, I guess we'll see you next week. And all right, bye.